morning, a most pleasant morning going out to everyone out there in Radio Land. Today is Monday. It's a beautiful Monday. It's the 24th day of November 2014. We certainly like to welcome you all to the Sugar City Morning Show right here on North Television, Channel 10. My name is Robert Cheque Usher. This morning we'll be having a very interesting show for you. It's Monday, and you know on Monday we come on with some great information and very powerful show on Mondays, because you know on Mondays we have RC1 coming in, and I'm sure RC1 will make it this morning, even if he got home at 5 o'clock this morning, Ellie. RC1 is going to be here. So, good morning, Ellie.
Buenos días, Jackie. Gusto de poder saludarte esta mañana en el foro aquí en Nortevisión. Y claro, ustedes también allá en casita, muy buenos días, esperando que tuvieron un lindísimo fin de semana. Queremos recordarles, amigos, el número para que usted se comunique con nosotros al 302-2170, o también usted nos puede ver a través de YouTube en el internet. Si hay alguien que, bueno, quiere estar gozando del Morning Show también, comuníquese con su familiar, entonces, su amistad, dígale en YouTube, simplemente escribe Sugar City Morning Show y ahí estamos listos en vivo. También, además, a través de la radio 103.1, lo que es SCRS, y Radio Universal 88.5.
Yeah, Ellie, so that was a brief opening for this morning. When you say, what's the difference with casa y casita? What's the difference?
Okay, when you say casa is the correct word in Spanish, but there is something known as diminutivo. When you put that ito or ita at the back, then there's casita, like it's más con cariño que se dice, pero es un término conocido oficialmente como diminutivo.
So that like when you say mi amor or mi amorcito.
Yeah, something like that.
But Ellie, a real verse. So, you know, Ellie, the weekend has come and gone, but we know that we're still there.
Yes.
And we know that the Vegas Cup kicked off yesterday with the what was quarterfinals, right?
Yes.
Where 8 teams participated, and this Sunday they will be moving into the semifinals. Then on the final, the week after that, you know, it feels just like yesterday, like the Vegas Cup tournament just started yesterday, and in 2 weeks' time it comes to a culmination. In 2 weeks' time it will come to a close.
Como dijo Benedicto Osorio, no es apto para cardíacos, ya que se está volviendo la intensidad más grande cada que se acerca a la final de Vegas Cup Tournament. Entonces, creo que tenemos algún reporte con Benedicto Osorio. Ok, mientras preparamos eso, quiero recordarles que también, Chequi, está en efecto lo que es Aragon's Christmas Cup.
All right, so that one is going on as well. That's in the Louisiana area, right?
Tengo el reporte, amigos, que quiero compartir con ustedes. El primer partido fue entre Guinea Grass, Sugar Boys y Palmar FC. Guinea Grass le dio una paliza a estos muchachos, 8-1. Los goles de Guinea Grass fueron por Roque Quijano, Isaac Gillett, 4 goles, César Roberts, 2 goles, Elvin Narváez, 1 gol, y para Palmar fue Carlos Díaz con 1 gol. Segundo partido no se disputó ya que LA Boys no llegaron, y luego Guinea Grass Hustlers consiguieron los 3 puntos y Adel Cáceres se le dio 1 gol, ¿ok? El tercer partido entre San Felipe Warriors contra los Diablos, ¿ok? Bueno, esto...
So Warriors against Devils?
Yes. Qué nombre, ¿verdad?
Supposed to be an interesting game,
Bueno, fíjate que fue un empate, 0-0.
Wow. So the Warriors can't bring on the Devils and the Devils can't bring on the Warriors.
¿Quién sabe qué clase de poderes están usando? Ok, entonces los 8 partidos que están en la segunda ronda, que iniciará la otra semana, domingo. Vamos a ver, en grupo A tenemos Sinbad y Guinea Grass Sugar Boys. Grupo B, Diablos y San Felipe Warriors. Grupo C, Guinea Grass Hustlers y Athletic FC. Y grupo D, Progreso y Santa Marta. Estos son los 4 grupos. Ahora, este domingo 30 de noviembre estarán iniciando con la segunda ronda y el primer partido será a la 1 de la tarde, que es Guinea Grass Sugar Boys contra San Felipe Warriors, y a las 3 de la tarde Diablos contra Sinbad.
And that's from the Aragon's Christmas Cup. Early last week, we had some very funny weather, you know.
Yes.
One day, hot, next day, cool, next day, the rain, you know. So we don't know what to expect, but can we share the
Pues yo
weather
creo,
information
vamos
with
a ver qué
our
dice.
listeners here today, because the weather was very funny last week. You know that the U.S. right now is snow a lot, right?
Yes, yes.
So what's up with our good Belize weather?
All right, folks, getting into the weather report for this morning, Monday, 24th November 2014. It was updated at 5:30 this morning. The general situation, fair and mostly dry conditions prevail. Moisture increases slightly tonight. The 24-hour forecast, mostly sunny today and cloudy spells tonight. Showers will be isolated today, increasing along with isolated thunderstorms tonight over coastal areas. The winds blowing east to southeast at 10 to 20 knots, and the sea stayed choppy to moderate. The outlook is cloudy spells with a few showers and isolated thunderstorms, mainly along the coast Tuesday morning, then over inland areas in the afternoon. Temperatures, highs today in the coast, 29 degrees Celsius, 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Inland, 33 degrees Celsius, 91 degrees Fahrenheit. And in the hills, 25 degrees Celsius, 77 degrees Fahrenheit. The lows for tonight in the coast, 24 degrees Celsius, 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Inland, 22 degrees Celsius, 72 degrees Fahrenheit. And in the hills, 18 degrees Celsius, 65 degrees Fahrenheit. There will be a high tide at 11:40 this morning, followed by a low tide at 4:35 p.m. and then a high tide at 11:02 p.m., followed by a low tide at 6 minutes after 6 tomorrow morning. The sun will set at 5:16 p.m. and rise at 6:03 tomorrow. Moonrise will be at 7:58 a.m. and moonset will be at 7:35 p.m. That has been the weather report, and of course, thanks to forecaster Francisca Wellington.
That's right, folks. That's the weather forecast. So you look like we're good right now, Joe?
Yes, man, definitely. It says favorable weather conditions, dry weather, that means.
You know, Ellie, the hurricane season commences from the 1st of June until
June
the ending of
November.
November. So we're almost there. But, you know, talking about almost there, we're almost there with the finale of the Vegas Cup tournament. It started earlier this year. And like nothing, yesterday was the grand quarterfinals, which was held at the People's Stadium.
Stadium.
That was the kickoff right there, Ellie.
Okay.
You know, and well, we must say we're glad to know that the People's Stadium is ready to go once again, because you
Alright.
know they were doing some
Yes,
refurbishing
yes.
on the field there, and it's ready to go. We can see the guys kicking off there, and it started early yesterday morning, and it culminated with the old school game. So you know when you have the quarterfinals, it's when
Here
8
goes
teams
the
practice.
PUP again.
So 4 teams remain, and that will continue this week. That's when we'll jump into the that's what we call the semi-final. That was the old school getting ready for their game there yesterday,
Okay.
and we understand that old school won that game yesterday. If I'm not mistaken, Ellie, I believe that old school is undefeated in this competition. You know, they haven't lost any game, and so that was the grand kickoff there with old school. We understand they won yesterday once again, and we can see the unity right there with both teams going on, Ellie.
Exacto, eso es lo que a mí también me anima en los partidos, Jackie, ya que es un partido que se está jugando con mucha disciplina.
Right. Because you know, in anything, like, you're going to leave it right up, but you know, if the referee no blow the whistle, what you do, Ellie?
Pues hay
Keep
que
on playing,
continuar,
¿no?
exacto. He visto, Cheque, algunas otras comunidades donde hemos ido, donde la afición sí se vuelven un poco agitados, pero felicita a los árbitros que han mantenido la calma con tan presión que le ponen.
How is the turnout since this Vegas Cup have started, LA? I know yourself and the Channel 10 crew has been to some games in the different villages. What's the turnout when it comes to fans?
Fans, bueno, como cada equipo tiene sus fans, llegan ellos y sí están apoyando a lo máximo que pueden. Algunos sí se dejan llevar por la emoción, se enojan y todo, Pero en mi opinión, yo creo que va pacíficamente, no llega a un nivel de peligro, puedo decir, y espero que continúe de esa forma así. Es bonito, ellos expresan su apoyo, sus sentimientos, pero hasta ahí llega. Como dije, felicito a los árbitros, porque a nivel mundial, tú sabes cuando te dicen que eres árbitro de fútbol, porque es algo serio.
Yeah, but you know, Ellie, this is an initiative of the DPM as well. This Vegas Cup tournament, it has been going on for so many years, and Old School won last year, and we'll be having a report. We know that inside studios we are getting a report done by sportcaster from Sugar City Radio, Benedicto Osorio. So let's share that with our viewers and radio listeners with Benedicto Osorio.
Hola amigos, ¿qué tal? Muy buenas noches. Por supuesto, les acompaña su amigo y servidor Benedicto Osorio para darle toda la información deportiva de lo que aconteció aquí en la cancha de fútbol, aquí en el Estadio del Pueblo, ya que los partidos de cuartos de final se disputaron esta tarde-noche. Así es que mientras tanto vamos a iniciar, amigos, por supuesto a las 10 de la mañana. El partido inició entre United Ballers y San Antonio. Así es que San Antonio le gana a United Ballers. Por parte de United Ballers, Gabriel Pérez marcó un gol, y por parte de San Antonio, Ian Chi un gol y Roger Alamía. A la 1 de la tarde continuaba el deporte. San José Pumas se cae ante Always Be United. Martín Francisco, un gol por parte de San José Pumas, y Jeffrey Yamá, un gol, y por parte de Always Be United, Eduardo Muñoz con un doblete, 2 goles, y Jason Williams con un gol. A las 3 de la tarde continuaba el deporte. Jaguars United ante San Juan FC. Jaguars United le gana a San Juan 2-0 con un doblete de Clifton West, 2 goles. Eso así concluyó el partido. Jaguars se llevó la victoria 2-0. A las 5 de la tarde, Old School FC golea al equipo de Santa Cruz Juniors 6-1. Por parte de Santa Cruz Juniors, Juan Chi anotó el gol, y por parte de Old School, Eliazar Itza un triplete y Oliver Henricks un triplete. Eso es lo que aconteció aquí en la cancha de fútbol, aquí en el Estadio del Pueblo, durante el transcurso del día. Así es que, por supuesto, amigos, muchísima atención a los encargados, capitanes y por supuesto de los equipos que clasificaron a lo que es semis. Habrá una junta muy importante, de suma importancia, así es que le damos tarjeta de invitación a que acudan a lo que es Vegas Imports este martes a las 5 de la tarde en Vegas Imports. Así es que eso fue toda la información, amigos. Esa fue toda la información que le entregamos y lo que aconteció hoy aquí en la cancha de fútbol del Estadio del Pueblo. Así es que mientras tanto, a nombre de Morris Cocom, mi nombre es Benedicto Osorio. Regresamos el próximo fin de semana cuando el balón nuevamente nos convoque. Buenas noches.
Thank you very much, Benedicto. So, Ellie, from what I can understand there, the winning teams just today were Old School, San Antonio, Always United, and Jaguars. So they should be the 4 teams that will be going into the semifinals. And the semifinals happen this Sunday coming up at the People's Stadium. I want to invite you all to come up, and then the finals will happen the following week. Ellie, before we go on a break, I want to just touch a little bit on the Tacos Festival.
Perfecto, a eso
I know
íbamos.
you have some information from Palmar that you'll be sharing as well. The DPM was in Palmar yesterday. But you know, the Tacos Festival was a success yesterday, Ellie. It was the 4th annual Tacos Festival. And folks started coming in as early as 8 o'clock yesterday morning to taste their tacos, you know.
Exacto.
And we also had the Grand Canoe Race as well.
También vi un pedacito de eso. Yo estuve ahí desde muy temprano. Y creo que yo fui una de las, digamos, entre las primeras 50 personas que llegaron, yo fui uno de ellos que llegué a saborear los tacos. Y sí, felicito al norte por tener los mejores tacos. Me voy a reservar mi opinión personal acerca del tacos, de quién me gustó.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, at least you found one that you enjoyed,
Sí.
right?
Créeme que si tuviera la oportunidad de ir otra vez, voy y me siento a comer $11 de tacos una vez más.
Damn.
Solo
You know,
33 taquitos.
what we like to do, we like to congratulate the lady who won the round trip ticket to San Pedro. That was for the tasting of chicken tacos.
Okay.
And that one was won by Miss Patty Ayuso.
A ti, Ayuso,
Yeah.
okay.
This is the first time she participated, Ellie.
Nice.
And she participated and she won that round trip ticket to San Pedro via Tropic Air. And you know we have one airstrip right around Ridgeback already, so she will be flying from the airstrip here in
Champagne Ridge, yes.
Yeah.
That is His Excellency.
Alfredo Martinez.
Yes.
And she will be going to San Pedro, and her ticket is good for one air. It's a round
Good.
trip. And she also won a gift package from Grace Kennedy. And who also won as well, Gladys Tacos.
Okay.
They won as well, and the Chatter Group. They won.
Gladys Tacos, which one is that? What color were they using? Apron?
I'm not too sure, but they are the ones that are located right here in the Ocho Benque area.
Okay, okay.
You know? And then, the guys from Francisco Chata, they call them Rica.
Okay.
Them boy win too, you know.
Oh.
So want to congratulate everyone that came out.
That's on the canoe?
No, that was for because they had different categories.
Okay.
They had the categories for the chicken and for the pork as well.
Okay.
And so we like to congratulate everyone. And the night culminated with the general.
The general, yeah, Super G.
And the
Why?
folks enjoyed Super G. You know, the man did a great job as always. He came all the way from
Right.
Danriga. So Super, Danriga, Kevin, and you guys, Ryan, we want to big up. And thanks for coming all the way from Danriga, Griga Dan.
All right.
To do that performance here.
How would you say? I just remember that joke,
Brigada.
something you
Suka
shared
de
with-
Dilio. You used to like that, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, so
how would you translate Super G into Spanish?
Why people have well, super, if you were to say super, yeah, be what in Spanish? Super?
Super, yeah.
And G, what? The letter G in Spanish. All right, so it's super.
Super.
Yeah, but you don't translate
Exactly.
artist
Exactly.
names, right?
Exactly.
So it was great, and I want to thank everyone who came out. Also, the folks from the Banquitas House of Culture, they collaborated a lot with us.
Right.
And I mean, the tacos so you eat what you like,
Uh-huh.
the chicken was from Quality Poultry Products.
Perfect.
know,
All right. That's a
so-
quality chicken, man.
Yeah, quality chicken. So we'd like to thank everyone who came out and supported, everyone who enjoyed your tacos, all the tacos vendors that came out. We'd so like to congratulate you all and thank you for coming out. So what we will do, Alec, I think it's time for us to go on a break.
Es así, amigos y amigas, nosotros vamos a ir a un pequeño corte comercial y ya volvemos. Las líneas ya, se lo recuerdo, estarán abiertas 302-2170 y tenemos material que compartir con ustedes. No le cambie, ya volvemos.
And we got RC1 in the house that will be coming on, and we also have some guests. So we take a short break and we will be right back.
Here goes the PUP again with another no. They are saying no to the use of the Petrocaribe funds to improve the lives of Belizeans. This is a no to the funding of the National Bank. No to the cementing and paving of streets across the country. No to upgrading the national roads. No to upgrading of sugar roads. No to education grants. No to the Chetamal Street Bridge. No to sporting centers in each district. No to the new civic center. The PUPs are always saying no when it comes to helping the people of Belize, and especially the most needy. What does the PUP have to show for the millions they collected under their PUP version of the Petrocaribe Agreement?
Let's get ready to rumble! Y'all ready for this?
Get serious. Get bopped.
Vote we a vote. Vote we a vote. We a vote. Ah. Vote we a vote. Vote we a vote. We a vote in UDP. It's all about Orange Walk and his people. For Mayor, Mrs. Yvette Lou Torres. Vote we a vote. We a vote in UDP. Casemiro, Roberto Hoare, Perla Passos, Yahaira Vega, and Aldo Vasquez, the UDP 7.
You know your baby is happy when wearing Bebin Pampers. Bebin Pampers in all sizes. Bebin Pampers make your baby happy. Available at German Vega and Sons.
Digicel customers, you don't want to miss Sean Paul live in concert at the BTL Park. From now to November 26th, text SB to live. That's SB to 5483 and get a chance to win 4 diamond tickets. That's right, 4 diamond tickets valued at $500 each, plus 2 iPad tablets courtesy Cellular World. You and your crew get to see Mr. Dutty Cup himself as he performs his hits live on Saturday, November 29th. You don't want to miss it. So make sure to text SB to 5483 to get your chance to win.
Genuine care for all. The Honorable Gaspar Vega has immense love and sincere interest in his people. Restless development, unique care for everyone. Deputy Prime Minister Honorable Gaspar Vega, era representative for Orange Walk North, leading his people into prosperity.
Talk and text free all night long in November. Well, talk and text almost free. Dial star 638 each night to talk and text Digicel and BTL numbers from 9 p.m. to 9 a.m. for only $1.99. Call your brother at Belmopan, your uncle at Orange Walk, or text your granny at Griga. Anybody you want. Talk and text all night long in November.
Through financing from PetroCaribe funds, the government is transforming Belize. Since 2012, $67.6 million has been invested. $20 million in the National Bank, $9 million in new infrastructure, $4.7 million in roads and highways, $14 million in street upgrades in Belize City, $8 million in street upgrades countrywide, $4.1 million in village council works, $9.5 million in direct social assistance, $2.5 million in sporting facilities. Another $93.6 million is earmarked to complete ongoing projects that will uplift Belize, boost the economy, and improve living conditions. Transforming lives. Transforming Belize. A government for all.
Hey guys, I'm Iman and I'm going to be your host for Belize's newest fully interactive lottery game show, Make Me Rich. I know a lot of you are still wondering what exactly Make Me Rich is, so I thought I'd fill you in on how you can win cash and a lot of different prizes from the comfort of your very home. Our primary game, which I'm sure you've heard about, is our digital lottery game, which has a jackpot of $500,000. $500,000. Leading up to the live lottery drawing, we'll also be having a digital raffle where for only 50 cents, you can text in to 2020 for a chance to win all kinds of prizes. And you don't want to miss our street segment, where the Make Me Rich team will be traveling all over Belize, daring people to do some crazy things for cash. You guys are also going to be able to send in text shout-outs and even submit funny videos of yourself that may be featured on the show. So tune in every Monday and Thursday at 8 p.m. and get rich.
It's straight from the coconut. Fresh coconut water my way. Agua de coco in 2 popular sizes. Available at German Vega and Son.
Muy bien, amigos, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo están una vez más? Bienvenidos a lo que es el Sugar City Morning Show. All right, folks, getting into the real meat of the Sugar City Morning Show, I am pleased to announce to you that I'm joined by RC1 and, of course, 2 lovely ladies that form great importance in our community. Once again, a pleasant good morning to you, RC1, and, of course, lovely ladies. Buenos días.
Morning, Ellie. Morning, ladies.
Morning.
Amigos, estamos acompañados por la señorita, puedo decir, Makisha Suazo, y también por Women Corporal Melanie Anderson, que estarán platicando con nosotros, ya que esta semana, RC, es una semana bien interesante a nivel nacional.
Well, that's why we have the ladies here to tell
Exactly.
us. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Well, Miss Makisha, once again, welcome. More or less, what is going on within the community of Belize, or the country, would I say? What's happening this week?
Okay, what we're celebrating is the 16 days of activism.
Mm-hmm.
And this has to do with 3 different observances that we're celebrating.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow, which is the 25th of November, is International Day to End Violence Against Women and Young Girls.
Mm-hmm.
The 1st of December, which is World AIDS Day, and the 10th of December, which is Human Rights Day.
Okay. Okay, what of December, World AIDS Day?
The 1st of December is World AIDS
First.
Day.
Okay, perfect. Okay, let's take this one step at a time, un pasito a la vez. This about International Day to the end of violence against women. What are the initiatives? Why this topic?
The 25th of November is set aside every year to celebrate and to create awareness on violence against women and young girls. That is something that has been going on for the past, let's say, 10 years or more.
Okay.
And what we do is that we create awareness and do activities to educate the public on domestic violence, gender-based violence that has to do with women and young girls.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that sounds very interesting. Normally, people out there, when they hear violence or domestic violence, they kind of want to incline to something that is physical.
Mm-hmm.
In your opinion, does it has to be physical? There are different types of violences, right?
Yes, there is. Actually, we recognize 5 different types of abuses. Violence abuses. It doesn't only has to do with physical abuse, it has to do with emotional, psychological, sexual, and economic abuse. So it comes in different forms.
No, in terms, Makisha, good morning again. In terms of the relationship working with the police department, which we have Miss Melanie, over the years that you have been creating awareness, preparing programs, how far would you say we are at this time, since we're going to be participating in the International Day Against Violence? How far have we come since that memorandum of agreement was signed where Belize came on board?
Okay, it's a UN project, but actually we've come a long way. I must say that we've come a long way, because whenever we're getting nearer to November 25th, we got a lot of calls from schools and community groups that are aware of these 16 days of activism to come and recreate the education and the awareness that we normally do, to come out and give that information again to schools, to community, to different community projects, apart from projects, community groups, community itself, in terms of just giving this information over and over again.
Okay, I'm pretty sure, Melanie, that working at the police department, that your department or your section, as I would say, get reports on these type of the domestic violence. Where would you say most of the concerns come from?
Mostly the reports we get in Orange Town are from the rural areas when it comes to domestic violence. I have seen that last year in 2013, we had a statistic about 497 cases reported for that year. This year, between January to October, I have seen a decrease. We have about 197 cases reported for this year. It shows that the awareness that we are promoting out there is working, because the police work along with the women's department, and we go out there through lectures, school visits. We promote what is happening and what victims should do to prevent these things. And to me, it's working.
Okay, what is the relationship now between your department and police and Makisha, yours at Human Development? How do you interact?
We work together because Ms. Swaso department would refer cases to us. And whenever victims come in our office, we would explain to them our process, because the police department, our unit is basically most on the criminal aspect of the violence. We would explain to the complainant, do you want to make a report? We take down the report through a statement form. If there is any injuries observed, we would issue medical form, and we will ask the complainant if they wishes to take the matter to court criminal-wise. If it's so, then we will arrest and charge the perpetrator and present a case to the court.
Do you, Makisha and Melanie, do you think that, I'm just putting a scenario, that you had a reduction in reports in 2014 as compared to 2013, 197 up to, you said up to now, presently, as compared to 497.
Difference of 300?
In 2013. Apart from your promotion, your awareness campaign, do you think that the charges, the penalty that goes, the infractions, as you mentioned, some people who take these criminal charges, do you think there's a greater fear? For example, I mean, we are listening to the popular song, you're not for knock your woman. If you do, you know where you're going.
First of all, what are those penalties, would I say, and then we categorize them?
Well, since February 2014, this year, there were new amendments when it comes to sexual assault cases. It seemed that in that aspect there was a little rise in the reports, and the law got amended. The penalty were more severe. The charges that an example then, we used to charge for indecent assault in that aspect of the sexual assault cases. Now we supplement that charge to sexual assault, a broader charge, which goes by the touching. Any person touch a person on their private areas, the breasts, the penis. In addition to that, we put any part of the body, once it is in a sexual nature, like a caress or something, and you do not like it, you could go to the police station, make a complaint, then we will formally arrest and charge the person. And the penalty rise, it is now from 7 years up to 12 years when it comes to a minor child. That's the penalty. First, it used to be a lesser charge, but now the maximum is 7 to 10 years.
Do you think that the charges levied upon conviction, because you need to convict really to have the charges stick, do you think that these charges are detriment to say, well, I have to be careful where I do? Or because of the society we live, well, I have to be careful how I report?
It would be more, we have convictions. I believe that it has caused fear to people because now the society is seeing that it is in a rise, so we are more dealing with it in depth and we are more into a conviction aspect. So
Okay, how do you deal now with a situation now where, fortunately or unfortunately, we live in a much more open society than in the past, where, for example, everyone will say, oh, you don't live together until you get married and such. When I say about the open society is that you have partners living together now. But how is that weighed versus the one that says, well, we live together and you two are married? Have you seen an avenue where there has to be a little bit more awareness in terms of respect? Because if you have two people living together, right, sometimes you say, oh, you get jealous, I get jealous, and then I'm going to report you because I see you someplace else. And you're gonna disco, for example, and you never carry me, and so we live together. I'm going to report you.
I see that more as a moral issue, because when it comes to marriage, we're talking about something.
No, but I said, don't you get reports? You know, I mean,
we've gotten all different types of reports. You wouldn't even imagine all different types of reports we've gotten.
Ms. Swanzo, what is an example of economic abuse? Well, to me, this is something new, because I've heard of physical, emotional, psychological, sexual abuse, but this economic abuse to me, it's something new.
Okay. Economic abuse has to do with withholding finances from the home, not properly maintaining a home. Also, it has to do with not giving a person, a partner, intimate partner, the right to work. Having somebody working and taking away their money, their finances, those are forms of economic abuse.
Okay, you mentioned something about not giving your partner or the person you live with the right to work, but what if that person has important stuff like children to take care of at home?
We all have children to take care of at home, sir. The point is just refusing. Remember that these abuses, domestic violence, has to do with power and control. Just because you have that power and that control over that person, you refuse that person the right to do what that person wants.
Very interesting.
But you see, when you talk about awareness, I believe that in awareness there needs to be a physical, emotional, and psychological kind of program, because the society we live in, and most of the programs that we look at are imported programs. When I say imported programs, we have the UNDP, where a declaration is made in the United Nations, for example, and the entire world signed onto this thing. But our culture here is different, and you need adaptation to a culture for them to be able to accept and say, look, this is what we're going to work with. How do you deal with that part?
We do have local programs. We actually have a lot of economic empowerment programs for women. And we could link that with the economic abuse as such. It's not everything that is imported from other countries we practice, because we have to make it to fit our society.
I agree with you. I'm just trying to stimulate so that our viewers and radio listeners can appreciate that there are some societal concerns which we need to look at if you're going to address it. We need to look at that.
Yes,
two people, one is working and you have to take care of your children and whatnot. There has to be a relationship. It's not that, I mean, let's face it, a lot of the difficulties now stem from the home, because who is at home to take care of this child? So because it's your right to go and work,
exactly.
you want left one babysitter there? Because so where does that fit?
All right, I understand that. Now remember, when we're talking about abuse and we're talking about these issues, it's where it's in an extreme form and nature that the abuse comes in. It's not because you work and your husband don't want you to work and you can't come to an agreement. It's a relationship thing. You understand? And we're talking about extreme cases, because it works for some people. You work and I stay home and take care of my children. Some people are okay with that. That's okay. But it's in the extreme cases that we're talking about abuse.
Miss Swazo, this is very interesting. We're living in a society that women are not sticking to the old-time tradition of women take care of it. Normally, what we're seeing right now is that women are getting their education. And what I mean to say is that a lot of good offices right now is being administered by women. Now, see the scenario. Picture this. This young man is with this young girl, and they have a home, they have their children. Well, his income is not as great as her one. But it's her that is defaulting in just being equal with him. Since this awareness comes, is there a penalty for her as well? If she is failing in something when it comes to these 5 different...
I don't know if it sounds like more like a judging thing for me.
Well, there's a term that is used out there. I mean, a general term that we hear in our forums: gender equity. What does gender equity refer to? But I think I don't want to I don't want to get away from your program. I am of the belief that the empowerment of women are very important, not only to the family structure, but the economic development of society and our country. The education part of a woman, to have those opportunities to be part of the building blocks of society, so that the awareness that both of you deal with has to do with, protecting the rights of the individual, in this particular case, the women, right?
Exactly.
I don't want to deviate from that. One leads to the next.
So we need to keep in mind that the women and children are the most vulnerable in our society. Even though we have women that are educated and going to school, majority of our women are unemployed.
Corporal Anderson,
So we have to deal with
what do you think of that? Let's say your husband is making... I'm going to the financial aspect. He's making a little less than you, right? And then because you're making more, you might want to economically abuse the home. Would the woman be penalized?
Taking it out of context.
We rarely get cases of that nature when it comes to economical.
Okay, yeah.
The possibilities may arise, but I think the objective is, which is very, very valid, Ellie, is that in society, it has always been the male dominance. And in a partnership, in a relationship, we have citizens that are male and female. And like I said, the gender equity is to be able, according to the law, to allow the individual to have that right. In this particular case, the women. You have very talented women. You have very bright women. You have women all over the world who are presidents, prime ministers. And had they not been able to recognize that empowerment, then where would we have been? Right. And it's one of the recognition in the areas that the ladies here so mentioned. The awareness. Okay, let's continue being aware that and we'll be able to recognize.
Okay, let me mention that tomorrow, which is the International Day to End Violence Against Women and Young Girls, the UN campaign, we use an orange campaign. It's called Orange Campaign, where we wear orange to show our solidarity in accordance with the day, the 25th of November. So we're asking the public that tomorrow, if you could wear your orange t-shirt or wear something orange just to show that solidarity with the women and young girls.
Good. Tomorrow I'm gonna wear orange.
Tomorrow is Orange Day.
Well, just like that is good because in February we celebrate Valentine's, the month of Valentine's. So in February, all of us wear red shirt.
And for World AIDS Day as well, I'm sure.
Yes.
World AIDS Day we wear red as well.
Right.
Yes. Okay.
Well, folks, it's actually 9 minutes away from that 8 o'clock hour. Ms. Swazo and Corporal Anderson, I'd like to ask you what, in some brief words, what would you like to tell the general audience out there regarding the reason for your visit today?
One thing that I want to say is that we have different various activities, and this year we're doing a lot of activities in the rural communities. On Thursday, we'll be having an information fair in August Pine Ridge. So we're inviting the public to come out and get information on gender-based violence, domestic violence, and what the ministry does, what the police department does, how it portrays, how we work together, where these awareness is concerned in terms of children and women. We work with men as well. We welcome the men to come out and get information on their rights,
Right,
as well
exactly.
as other issues that we deal, other social issues that we deal with. And tomorrow, like I mentioned, wear orange, create the awareness and be in solidarity with us in terms of the 16 days of activism.
Good. Let's support this awareness, then, and of course, love and cherish and respect our women, because without them, man, trust me, our life would be like a sour lime. What would you say, Corporal?
That our office is open 24/7. We are there to assist you whenever you need, and we welcome you in our office to come and voice a concern, make your report. We will be out there at schools giving lectures. We will be working along with the youth on Saturday. And we are supporting Miss Makisha Swaso, so come out and join us also at the fair in August Pine Ridge.
Thank you very much. RC1?
So your partnership continues not only in the excuse me, not only in the investigative area, but also in going to the public together to let them aware, like you just mentioned. Well, our offices at the department is 24/7.
Police
You can go to
officers.
the police officers.
Yes.
You can go to the human development during normal working hours. But when it comes to the promotion in communities and awareness, that you go together, which
We
is
work
very
together.
important, so that the people can realize that it's about the people, it's about the women, to ensure that they get the right information. The right information will always help us in making the right decisions.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Ladies, thank you very much for coming in this morning, and we want to wish you all the best. And as you mentioned, tomorrow is have an orange tomorrow.
Mhm.
Yes,
Huh?
wear orange.
Start with an orange juice.
Exactly, an orange juice and dress up in orange.
Orange. All
Wear
right.
your orange tomorrow.
Muy bien, amigos, son exactamente 6 minutitos que nos separan de las 8 de la mañana. Hemos platicado entonces con estas lindísimas damas acerca de lo que es información para que nosotros podamos atesorar a las mujeres y los niños de nuestra comunidad también. Vamos a agarrar un pequeño corte comercial y ya volvemos con más del Sugar City Morning Show.
Through financing from PetroCaribe funds, the government is transforming Belize. Since 2012, $67.6 million has been invested. $20 million in the National Bank, $9 million in new infrastructure, $4.7 million in roads and highways, $14 million in street upgrades in Belize City, $8 million in street upgrades countrywide, $4.1 million in village council works, $9.5 million in direct social assistance, $2.5 million in sporting facilities. Another $93.6 million is earmarked to complete ongoing projects that will uplift Belize, boost the economy, and improve living conditions. Transforming lives. Transforming Belize. A government for all.
Hey guys, I'm Iman, and I'm going to be your host for Belize's newest fully interactive lottery game show, Make Me Rich. I know a lot of you are still wondering what exactly Make Me Rich is, so I thought I'd fill you in on how you can win cash and a lot of different prizes from the comfort of your very home. Our primary game, which I'm sure you've heard about, is our digital lottery game, which has a jackpot of $500,000. $500,000. Leading up to the live lottery drawing, we'll also be having a digital raffle where for only 50 cents, you can text into 2020 for a chance to win all kinds of prizes. And you don't want to miss our street segment, where the Make Me Rich team will be traveling all over Belize, daring people to do some crazy things for cash. You guys are also going to be able to send in text shout-outs and even submit funny videos of yourself that may be featured on the show. So tune in every Monday and Thursday at 8 p.m. and get rich.
It's straight from the coconut. Fresh coconut water my way. Agua de coco in 2 popular sizes. Available at German Vega and Son.
Free Sundays, free Sundays. Digicel postpaid customers enjoy free Sundays and holidays. No need to sign up. Talk and text to Digicel and BTL numbers. Set up for it for the long bench for the whole day.
Nitro to Go energy shots with our new and improved energy formulas last up to 7 hours. With more B6, B12, niacin, green tea, and a larger energy blend, Nitro to Go just gives you more.
Exclusively distributed by Vegas Imports Limited.
BTL slashes internet prices once again. You can now enjoy speeds of 256K for only $25, 512 for $56, and 1 meg for just $88. So get BTL's high-speed internet because the speed double, but the price no change.
BTL, it's all about you.
Everyone's body is a little different. That's why Nitro to Go makes a complete line of energy shots. Nitro to Go Pure Energy with a 2100 milligram energy blend. Firepower Extreme with 2200 milligrams. Instant Energy with 2300 milligrams. Instant Energy Extra Strength with a 2350 milligram energy blend. And the Nitro to Go Mega Shot, a great value with 2 single servings in 1 bottle. Great formulas, great flavors. Nitro to Go when slowing down just isn't an option. Available at finer convenience stores everywhere.
Exclusively distributed by Vegas Imports Limited.
When I feel the world is watching, when I feel like I can't let them down, when my body needs that extra boost and slowing down just isn't an option, I turn to 7-hour energy. 7-hour energy. 7-hour energy. Hi, I'm Dion Macaulay, and I drink 7-hour energy.
This stuff for all the Belize and people there. Tell them the party
Prime
just
Minister
start.
roll it, UDP the roll it, don't stop roll it.
Years gone by, only the PUP them a get a blind. Aye, so me sit down and wonder, and me ask myself why. Alright, so every hustle had the PUP sucking the government battle. Why? But this your time and the Dean Barrow poverty is say we going tackle. Alright. Look at your Bay Street, look at your country program. National Bank, cement the streets where holy. Let your Caribbean roll it, let your Caribbean roll it.
Well, welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Talk Show, Ellie. We
Claro
had
que sí.
two beautiful ladies here talking about
Exacto.
the awareness program for women and domestic violence, and they indicated that tomorrow is going to be Orange Day to show solidarity, and I think all women and men need to come together and join with it.
Exacto.
I just want to say a little hello, a shout to my good friend Dylan Jones. You know, we know he's working hard, and he and brother Chake, had a lot to do with the Tacos Fest. And when it comes to Sugar City building, you know, it's very, very important.
Serán reconocidos.
Yes, and of course, along with the activities in Sugar City, we also want to recognize the participation of Yvette Lou Torres, our mayor-to-be next year, and our UDP Town Council candidates. Yvette Torres is here. You can feel her. She's working.
Y en diferentes áreas.
And certainly, she's not willing to be elected. She's showing people how how the empowerment of women comes into play.
Es precisamente que por eso yo también quiero recordarles que si usted todavía no se ha registrado y ya cumplió los 18 o está por cumplirlos, por favor, váyase a la oficina de registros. Entonces, la última fecha para registrarse, si no me equivoco, es el 10 de enero, algo así, para que usted pueda poner su voto en las elecciones municipales el 4 de marzo 2015. Amigos, el tiempo se está viniendo y usted también es, como usted dijo, RC, un tiempo, es tu derecho.
That's right.
Poner tu voto.
That's right. Hace tu voto valer. Now, in terms, this morning I just want to let the parents in particular and the students who will be taking or who have applied to take CXC exams, it had been noted publicly that through the Ministry of Education that applications would have been vetted and there would be a means test. But because of the continuation of the Petro-Caribe Roll It program,
exactly,
the Prime Minister, the Honorable Dean Barrow, the Deputy Prime Minister, Honorable Gaspar Vega, and the Minister of Education, the Honorable Patrick Faber, have now indicated that all students across the board who applied their CXCs will be paid by the UDP government of Belize.
Buena
all
noticia.
who applied. All who applied.
Todos los que aplicaron entonces. Wow.
So you know, the students take time with their parents to fill out an application form and whatnot. And if we are to be, the government in its purpose to educate people and have the human resource strengthened in Belize, they have decided, the government has decided through the Honorable Dean Barrow, Prime Minister, and the Minister of Education, Honorable Patrick Faber, all across this country, all students who applied to take CXCs, the government will be paying for your
Once
CXCs.
again, that's the Petro-Caribe.
Right, the Roll It program.
Again.
Let's take it to the student. Let's take it meaningful to education. Before there was a means test, supposedly a means test that if you're in this category, well, you know, no, that is put aside.
Good.
That is put aside, and that Eli tells us that when the people came out to show continued support for what the Petro-Caribe funds actually meant to reach out to alleviate poverty and to promote the human resource building blocks of this country through education.
Ahora estamos viendo ese resultado.
Todos, everybody. In other words, the people say, look, we support this. So the Prime Minister says, let's give it to them. All students who applied, you do not have to pay for your CXC. The government will do that.
Yo escuché que los PUPs estuvieron diciendo, los UDP fueron allá porque simplemente fueron a conseguir su jamón y no sé qué más. Bueno, ahora, déjame decirte que el gobierno, Dean Barrow y su gobierno dice, ¿sabes qué? No, ustedes están apoyando esto. Un jamón se termina en 1 o 2 días. Te voy a dar algo que te va a servir para la vida entera, lo que es la educación.
Very true, Eli. And when we talk about the Petro-Caribe program, the Roll It program in terms of infrastructure development, look at it this way. Right now, I think it was last week or the week before, there was inauguration of the Shaibe-Pachacan highway. Now, the farmers live there, agriculture people live there, students live there, and the general worker live there. So they benefit from this highway in saving tires, fuel. Let's take this car.
Sugar City Morning Show, hello.
Buenos días, caballeros. No, lo queremos dar gracias al primer ministro, ¿no? Porque hay muchas personas pobres aquí en el municipio de Orange Rock, ¿no? Y las aldeas. Y realmente le queremos darle gracias al gobierno una vez más, porque hay mucha gente que viene de familias pobres que son PUPs y hay mucha gente que son UDPs. Y esta cosa que, bueno, los muchachitos, los parientes que hicieron apply para los CXC, ¿no? Bueno, los que van a hacer benefits son PUPs y UDPs, ¿no?
Exacto.
Que realmente el gobierno se va a encargar de eso. Y realmente, de mi parte, yo le queremos darle muchas gracias al gobierno de Belice por ayudar, sea al país entero, sea PUPs y UDPs.
Así
Gracias al gobierno de Belice una vez más.
Muy bien dicho, como dijo RC, es
Thank you very much.
entero, todo mundo está, él no está distinguiendo color.
You see, what the United Democratic Party government under the leadership of the Honorable Dean Barrow is telling the people, that look, whenever the government receives funds for the people, for all, then give it to the people.
Exacto.
And because there is the importance of the building blocks of education of our young brilliant minds. High school, people get their $300 subsidies. High schools, now the CXCs, the higher learning institutions, contributions of government to the University of Belize. So clearly one can feel the effects of the Petro-Caribe funds at all levels.
Entonces, amigos, 302-2170 el número para llamarnos, y como usted lo dijo, RC1, el efecto se va a sentirá sobre todo por el estudiante. Es una herramienta que se le da a un estudiante que le va a servir para la vida entera. Eso es lo que el gobierno te está ayudando a que puedas tener en tus manos.
Well, you see, this is the Petro-Caribe Road program under the Honorable Dean Barrow and the UDP government. The opposition PUP need to support it. At the National Assembly, at the sitting of the House, or they can't, they want to find a way to say, well, we don't support it. But when the Christmas treat comes, they want the government to give them the amount. Now, if they agree off the record that Petro-Caribe funds and program is a good thing, why don't they come straight and tell the people, you know what? We have a Prime Minister and the Honorable Dean Barrow and the UDP government that is thinking maybe there might be an alternative way to do it. But because they have a political negative mind, they don't want the country to develop. They don't want people to have jobs. And the program under the late Hugo Chavez and the Bolivarian government said it's to help the countries in the Caribbean area to assist their economies and to assist to alleviate poverty. Now, when you see all these people working that never worked before, had a job, that is the beginning of a new step to create employment, to empower Belizeans to be part of the building block, as I call it. And that's part of the transformation program for Belize in a together way, together. And that is why even as we speak today locally here in the municipality of Orange Walk, Yvette Lou Torres, our mayoral candidate, UDP mayoral candidate, who will be the mayor next year, as a matter of fact, and her candidates are already looking for ways to see how they can improve Orange Walk. I mean, we talk about streets. I mean, the UDP team is already developing a team that, look, we need to get some of these funds to assist in improving and upgrading, rebuilding, restructuring, and repaving of our streets in Orange Walk, and where necessary, building new streets. Now, that is the vision of leadership. Yvette Lou Torres, our future mayor of Orange Walk, and her team, as compared to Kevin Bernard, who continues to cry.
Mucho miscellaneous, man.
You couldn't do this. You can't do that. Look, Prime Minister says it's for all. If you have something, go to the government.
Exactly.
Why will you punish the people of Orange Walk just because you don't want nobody to say, oh, you know, we went to talk to Prime Minister Dean Barrow.
Could it be pride when he said, we don't need you, Gapi, we don't need Dean Barrow, we don't need you? Could it be pride why he does
Let me put it this way. The PUP are only interested in getting power and being in power and control. They don't care about the people. The UDP, you can feel the love. The love is there. When the Honorable Dean Barrow was coming to the National Assembly on Tuesday, on the Petro-Caribe Roll It program, the people swarmed him. And you know, the people were so spontaneous to show that love and gratitude, to say thank you, Prime Minister.
Actually, there was a line that they were not supposed to cross, you know, but what happened? They couldn't contain that emotion to support.
And the Prime Minister didn't care about that.
Exactly.
You know, in other countries, a Prime Minister or a head of state can't go into a crowd there because they worry about security.
Exactly.
Hey, the Honorable Dean Barrow and this UDP government has been performing so well and continue to perform well.
And the Deputy Prime Minister as well, together they went into the crowd.
The people just received them with warmth and love. And this country, our country of Belize, our community, I just want to tell the PUP voters, look, ask yourself this. How long have you been a PUP? Don't you think it's time that those who you voted for be held accountable for development? When we look at the Orange Walk streets, for example, and the UDP government having provided the transport department to be controlled and operated by the municipality. And those funds originally were to have been used to upgrade and build streets. Ask yourself the question, has your money been used? When you look out at your street and you look at those potholes that need to be repaired, you need to think about Yvette Lou Torres, our future mayor, and our UDP candidates, who will have the courage and who have the stamina to go and to the government and say, look, we represent the people here in Orange Walk.
Exactly.
And we want to negotiate to see how we can get what we need to continue to build Orange Walk.
Precisamente
that
para
is
eso.
leadership. Leadership gets things done.
Precisamente para eso es que nosotros también tenemos que enfocarnos exactamente qué es lo que vamos a hacer en el día de elección. Una persona que no tiene miedo pararse para defender lo que a usted le pertenece. No una persona solo que va a decir, ¿sabes qué? Se perdió tanto dinero en miscellaneous y no hay dinero. Mientras está dando un contrato de licencias a otra persona muy lejos, donde quién sabe qué está sucediendo y qué arreglos hay. No hay transparencia.
Well, if I remember correctly, CGI, Creative Impressions, were the ones who started doing the license plate. They pay taxes here.
Ahí está.
They live here. They employ people here.
¿Y por qué quitárselo a ellos acá?
Let's build our community together. How can we talk about participatory democracy in our community if we don't share it in our community? Why can't that be? So that is what the UDP is about. And I want to ask the young people, if you're 18 years of age or older, please make it your responsibility to go and register so that you can make your vote count.
Exactly.
On March 4th. Join the Yvette Torres team so that we can have a UDP Town Council that will continue lobbying, working, and building a new Orange Walk for all of us. And students, in particular, and parents of students, how do we work together in transforming Belize and our community together? The Prime Minister said, look, man, here's the funds. Let's process, let's channel this through the Ministry of Education, through Human Development, through Ministry of Work, through all the ministries, so that we can work to alleviating the poverty in this country.
Exactly.
When you look, Ellie, when you look at a cane farmer today, who has 5-6 children out there, and that cane farmer says, look, I had to work hard all my life to reach here. But when you look to his children, this one is going to primary school, this one is going to high school, this one's going to sixth form, this one is now going to the University College of Belize, this other one is going outside to get his bachelor's, his master's, his doctorate, because of the direction that the Honorable Dean Barrow has been taking this country. Positively, transforming Belize and empowering people, making your vote work.
Además de eso,
that's the process.
Exacto. Además de eso, estamos viendo que RC1, esta iniciativa no solo es en Ciudad Belice o Belmopan o tal vez Orange Walk, sino que es al nivel nacional. Todo estudiante. Qué buena noticia entonces que va a poder gozar en RC1 de lo que es este apoyo financiero que el PetroCaribe Program está haciendo ahora para los beliceños. Una vez más, nuestro gobierno pensando en el bienestar de cada beliceño.
And again, Ellie, viewers and radio listeners, that when you empower these young people, you're developing the minds of Belize who will be governing this country in the future. So when you look at, well, there is no comparisons between the PUP and the UDP. The UDP has been the party that has been working to build this nation. Recently, the inauguration of the third phase, I believe, of the Orange Walk, Blue Creek Road.
Yes, yes, estuvimos allá también.
Let's take this call.
Sugar City Morning Show, hello.
Hello, buenos días.
Buenos días. Hello, buenos días.
Hello.
Sí, adelante. Ok, solo habla en el teléfono, amigo. Ok, entonces puede llamarnos al 302-2170 y cuando nos llame, bájele un poquito a su televisión o su radio para poder platicar directamente con nosotros sin interrupción.
As you call and the line is open, you can go ahead and talk. Now, the road, el camino de Orange Walk hasta Blue Creek, la tercera fase que se inauguró hace una semana. La gente que trafica esa carretera va a orar en cuidar sus llantas. Va a orar en la cantidad de petróleo que va a usar. Va a orar en la rapidez en cual puede venir en el pueblo y regresar a vender sus productos. Va a beneficiarse en tener los recursos más pronto por vender los productos para atender a su familia y los niños y ayudar el desarrollo de la área.
Y el tiempo que te da para hacer más.
Precisamente.
Exacto. Sugar City Morning Show, hello.
Hello, buenos días.
Buenos días.
Charlie.
Buenos días.
¿Es Cierres?
No, este es Sugar City Morning Show.
Estamos por la radio en Universal y Sugar City Radio y también por la televisión. Siga adelante.
¿Es Cierres? No, este es...
Ok, hello. Estamos saliendo a través de SCRS, pero estamos transmitiendo de Nortevisión, ¿ok? Hello. Muy bien, entonces para ustedes amigos que quieren comunicarse con nosotros, 302-2170, ¿ok?
Yeah, we need to just let them know that the audio is being transmitted on Universal Radio 88.5 and on Sugar City Radio at 103.1 FM. But to call on the show, you need to call 302-2170. Puede llamar 302-2170 para participar en la programación que están escuchando y mirando por la televisión.
Ok, vamos a ver entonces. Sugar City Morning Show, hello.
Yeah, good morning. How you guys doing today?
Good, good.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, man, to everybody who don't understand how this country developed, something wrong with them. Porque I understand that maybe they don't have eyes to see. After so much years, things never made it happen. It happened now.
Right.
If we even get one Christmas gift from somewhere else, look at the street. Look at the developments and the things that they have. Telling people, open their eye and come cross to the UDP, please. Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir. And of course, also, RC1, as how you mentioned, very important, of course, the financial assistance in the educational sector.
Precisely, we want to thank the caller that we want to invite the voters as a whole, to join the United Democratic Party. We're a party for everyone. We were all born Belizeans, and we have the right to choose where we go, when we go, and how we go. We see the process and the development that is taking place in transforming Belize and our local communities. Across this country, all municipalities, including Orange Walk, Dandriga, and PG, where we have opposition mayors, for example, this government saying we're going to spend money on the people across the board. So when you have a government, and this one is a UDP government, that says, look, we will help everybody across the board, and then you have a PUP town council that fails to do anything, then it's time to move them and put a town council that intends and wants to work for you. And this is going to be the UDP team.
Como usted mencionó también, RC1, la inauguración hace unas semanitas de Orange Walk hasta Blue Creek, la construcción de pavimentando el camino, digamos así. Yo platiqué con algunas personas, RC1, y me dijeron, gracias a Dios y al honorable Dean Barrow y al gobierno del UDP, ahora podemos ver esto una realidad. ¿Qué sucedía, RC1? Llegaba Musa y su gobierno prometían, ponían billboards.
Sí, su cartelón allá.
Vamos a iniciar esto. Y simplemente engañaban a la gente. Muy de repente, no sucede nada. Viene elección, lo ganan porque los engañaron. Otra vez lo vuelven a hacer y pura mentira era. Sugar City Morning Show, hello.
Hello, soy de Sayaneja. Yo quería preguntarle tocante los CXC. pagar su CXC. ¿Qué va a pasar?
¿Cómo? ¿Cuál es su pregunta?
Es que pagamos, los que pagamos el CXC.
Bueno, buenos días y gracias por llamar. Los que pagaron su CXC, pues se les va a regresar ese fondo. Porque el primer ministro, el honorable Dean Barrow, dijo de que hay que asistir el desarrollo de educación y se tiene que ayudar a todos que aplicaron. Y si usted pagó, habrá un refund para usted. Así que ahorren su recibo.
Exacto.
Ahorren su recibo.
Ajá.
Ahorren su recibo.
Esa era mi pregunta. Gracias.
Y gracias por llamar.
Okay, then bye-bye.
Yeah, so Eric, going back again to the CXC, you know, when the Prime Minister talks about Petrocaribe, roll it. And it's roll it for the people.
Exactly.
And education is one of the fundamental areas that we need to develop.
Exactly. Sugar City Morning Show, hello.
Hello.
Hello, buenos días.
Morning.
This is Pastor John, Brother Ruben.
Good morning.
Which day I can see the Prime Minister in Belmopan or Belize City?
Well, I would advise you that you could call the office of the Prime Minister to make an appointment to see him.
In Belmopan?
You call and you can negotiate with the secretary there whether you will be in Belize City or Belmopan, and then you make that arrangement.
Okay. Usually, which day? Do you have the number?
Well, not offhand, no, but it's in the phone book, and
just
certainly,
dial 113 and ask for direct assistance and the office.
But all the government offices' numbers are in the phone book.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Bless you.
Okay, thank you. So Eli, when we talk about, for example, the streets in Orange Walk, I mean the BTIA, Brother Salas, who's my good friend, you know, he have a restaurant here. You understand? He's the chairman. He will write a letter stating that the streets in Orange Walk are deplorable. And I'm not going to say that he has a PUP background, but in the past he had that inclination, and that letter should have been sent to Kevin Bernard. Hey, Kevin Bernard, you know they fix the streets of Orange Walk. What do you go on with you? They're deplorable, they're bad. But guess what? He sent it to the media first, and then he wants the Prime Minister to respond. Look, if the Prime Minister not received the letter, how can he respond to you when you're doing a political move? However, thank God that we have a mayoral candidate that is very strong.
Yes.
In the person of Yvette Lou Torres and her team. And we have Elodio Aragon Jr., we have Denny Grijalva, we have and we have the Honorable Gaspar Vega, who have parts of town who say, look, if you do or don't do, we are going to lobby the government to get things done in Orange Walk. But if we want more to be done, we want to accelerate the development, well, what do? We invite you as voters to vote for Yvette Lou Torres and the UDP team on March 4th. Next year, 2015. So we can start the process with that dialogue and go out there with peace and love and joy for Orange Walk.
And just remember, it's your right for you to get a developed community. But for you to get that, you must know how to vote and for whom to vote. Ya te dieron el ejemplo de una persona que no puede transformar y tener transparencia para la municipalidad de Orange Walk. Ahora está Miss Yvette Lou Torres y los 7 candidatos. Es ahora cuando usted tiene la oportunidad de ejercer su derecho para que usted vea un buen Orange Walk.
Claro que sí, y lo que podemos darnos cuenta en Orange Walk, let me put it this way, that if we observe, in Orange Walk, we are a community, we're very politically minded here. We love politics here because politics is about people, and let's see what we can do. We know each other, we hug each other regardless of who. But look at the dynamics of the PUP in Orange Walk. The people that have been closer to the Briseños will be leaving them one by one.
Yes.
What does that tell you when they leave one by one? Hey, you've been misleading me. You've been lying to me.
No,
they will tell you, and there is like the one of their candidates said, the people have no confidence in the PUP, and they see the good work that the UDP is doing. So people in Orange Walk, if you listen to I don't even encourage you to. If you observe the comments on the street, I mean, where are the people that have been doing the work for the POP? They'll be leaving one by one.
Why do you think? Even Dan Silva told me, people don't trust us anymore. People don't trust us anymore.
Well, you said Dan Silva went back because he was told that there would be a lot of green pastures, and you know, I know him very well.
Good.
I know him very well. We've been in the political arena for quite some time together. But what is happening in Belize at this time, that on Tuesday when you saw the love for the Honorable Dean Barrow, the Honorable Dean Barrow is a Prime Minister that, I will say it again, under the late Right Honorable Judge Price, may he rest in peace, he used to say with the crowd, los pobres somos más, which is okay, I mean. But under the agreement of the Petro-Caribe to alleviate poverty, to build schools, to build clinics, to build roads, the Honorable Dean Barrow and the UDP government says, yeah, they say los pobres somos más, nosotros decimos, dales más al pobre. Let us do more for the poor.
Exactly.
Let's do more for the poor. Every time you fix a street and a highway, you're alleviating poverty. Somebody's getting a job to do that work. And not only that, the wear and tear on people.
Pero eso es lo que yo no entiendo, RC1. Yo soy una persona que no podía compararme con su inteligencia, RC1, pero explícame algo.
No, we're just people listening to the talking of the
Pero
people.
explícame algo, RC1. Si yo veo que tú estás trabajando para mi bienestar, ¿por qué yo voy a ir a contra de ti?
Well, pero la cosa en política, la política es así, Eli, that people come to you and they say, look, this is the dream world. And when you wake up, it's a different story. But all over this country, locally, nationally, internationally, even the international financial institutions are saying to the Honorable Dean Barrow, who is also the Minister of Finance, you are doing prudent management. You are building up the economy of your country.
What more example?
And that means that you are doing the right things for the country to develop economically, socially, and in every kind of way. It's a continuous process.
Right.
So clearly, again, to the young people and those who have not registered 18 years of age and over, we invite you to go and register.
Before January 9th?
Go and register. Get up and go today. Do your civic, do your constitutional right as a citizen to go and register so that you can make your vote count. And we invite you to join the Yvette Lou-Torres team. We have Yahaira, we have Chartel, we have Perla, we have Aldo, we have Luigi,
Captain Roby.
Captain Roby. So there is a good team of people who have the interest and love of Orange Walk. Yvette Lou-Torres, she's educated, she's learned, and she's ready to lead this town into prosperity. She has the support of the Honorable Dean Barrow. She has the support of the Honorable Gaspar Vega. She has the support of the UDP cabinet, and she has the support of the people of Orange Walk. So it's an open invitation. It's an open invitation to go and register, and let us go and vote. I'm registered in Orange Walk Central. RC1. I'm going to vote for Yvette Lou-Torres and the UDP team. I want to invite you to join me, to join all of us, and let's go. Let's go there and do this with joy, peace, and love for our community, for Orange Walk.
Before we wrap up, let's take this call. Sugar City Morning Show, hello.
Gentlemen, good morning. And could you please look at your text? I sent a text for you guys already.
Okay, what happened is that the 6264882, we don't have it today with us.
Yes, well, let's see. A text says here, it says that on the other radio station, that the person who used to do the show has been fired, and that he's somewhere in Belmopan.
Wow.
Somewhere in Belmopan.
The fired person.
No, what I'm telling you, that they're leaving one by one. If they're leaving, there must be some reason of discontentment.
RC1, how can people vote for a party that is falling apart all over the place?
My friend, look at it this way. Look at it this way. Briceño has been in government for umpteen years. when we were talking about the Petro-Caribe funds in the National Assembly, he mentioned, about the San Antonio Road.
Yes.
But people of Orange Walk and Belize, San Antonio Road, half of it is in Orange Walk East, where it has a PUP representative. The other half is in Orange Walk Central, where Briceño is the representative. You have 2 PUP representatives where that street lies, San Antonio Road. But guess what? It took one man, Honorable Gaspar Vega,
Yes.
the Deputy Prime Minister, area representative for Orange Walk North. And it took the recommendation also of Elodio Aragon Jr. and then Grijalva, and the input of Yvette Lou Torres to say, look, make we no quarrel where they no do, make we say what we could do. And that road is already underway. So if you waited 20 years for them, it's only a few months, but it's going to get done because roll it with the Petro-Caribe funds. It's coming, it's coming. So definitely, early radio listeners, TV viewers, when we talk about development, we need to look at the leaders who are leading us to a new future for our children and for this nation. And that's the UDP.
Bien dicho, entonces, RC1, ha sido un placer poder platicar con ustedes esta mañana y sobre todo a ustedes allá en casita. Son exactamente 33 minutos que pasan de las 8 de la mañana. Hemos llegado a la recta final. Quisiera continuar platicando, pero por el momento el tiempo se nos ha terminado. RC1, your words this morning?
Thank you, Eli. I'd just like to tell our viewers and radio listeners that Christmas is coming, a new year is coming, and there's a future for our nation. We live in a society where we make choices. The choices that we should be looking at this moment is the choice of how we are going to build, one, our community, our nation, how best we serve our people. And under the leadership of the Honorable Dean Barrow and our Deputy Prime Minister, Honorable Gaspar Vega, and the UDP cabinet in government, a plan of transforming Belize together has been put in place. So I invite you to join the United Democratic Party, to be part of this transformation program for the entire country, whether you are young, male, female, or the elderly. We invite you to join with the UDP. And to the Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Dean Barrow, we want to thank you for your leadership. We want to thank you for your vision, and we want to pray God to give you health to continue leading this nation.
Muy bien, entonces, RC1. Vamos a agarrar entonces esta última llamada y luego nos vamos. Sugar City Morning Show, hello.
Yes, good morning. Could I go on the air?
Yes, you are. Go ahead. Yes, hello. Go ahead, sir.
Yes. Muy buenos días, colega
RC1.
Buenos días, buenos días. Soy Santos de aquí del sur de Mango Creek, ¿no?
Ok.
Siempre inspirando a la gente y dándole esperanza en el futuro para nuestro partido. Así, me gusta su comentario siempre y me alegro cuando lo veo, cuando oigo principalmente dándole un entendimiento al público aquí.
Gracias, muchas gracias, amigo.
Ok, así algún día tal vez la gente puede entender que el UDP está haciendo todo lo que puede, un poco más para su país. Muy buenos días.
Muy buenos días y tenga buen día, señor.
Gracias por su llamada. Entonces, folks, time has expired. Queremos recordarle que este show se repite a las 9 esta noche por el mismo canal. Gracias a ustedes por haber participado, por su llamada y su atención. RC1, it has been a pleasure. All right, there comes the call. Let's take this call. Sugar City Morning Show, hello.
Yes, Ricardo Ignacio.
Good morning.
Where is Dylan?
Well, Mr. Jones was unable to make it today, but I'm sure he's going to be with us tomorrow.
Oh, because we miss him.
All right.
Oh, we all miss him. We all miss him. He'll be here tomorrow.
Man tired, man.
Yes.
Okay, then.
All right, good.
Bye.
Como le estaba diciendo RC1 y a ustedes también, ha sido un placer estar con ustedes esta mañana. No se pierda cuando se repita el show a lo que es las 9 esta misma noche. Tenga buen día. Esto ha sido el Sugar City Morning Show.